This is 4 Weddings, where we get to enjoy the best part of any wedding, slating it afterwards. 4 pushy brides, 4 very different weddings, 1 dream honeymoon. What happens when 4 brides agreed to judge each other's weddings? They're total strangers with totally different tastes, but each is so convinced they're having the perfect wedding, they're staking their honeymoon on it. Welcome to 4 Weddings, where getting married is a real competition. In each episode, 4 brides give their frank opinions on each other's big day. They'll be judging the venue, the food, the overall presentation, and of course, the dress. In a tense finale, only the bride whose wedding is judged the best will win the fantasy 5-star honeymoon. Let the catfight commence. Coming up on 4 Weddings. Right, our first bride is 31-year-old Russian ex-model Yana Budova, and she'll be tying the knot with her Ukrainian partner of 2 years, Yuri.
He's very funny and he's so kind. I love him. We have a traditional Russian wedding. It's happened in the Greek Orthodox Church. I have big limousine, and then we go to Trinity House to have party. 2 white pigeons. My wedding dress is sexy. Buckles. I have a crown as well, so I will be looking like a princess. Planning some kind of games, which is very maybe strange for the other people, but it's fun. I don't like the boring, simple weddings.
I want a simple wedding. I want it to be about Ryan and us. I want it to be about our commitment to each other. We're not having all the traditional things that you have at a wedding. We won't have a first dance, won't have the disco.
Our second bride is 31-year-old animal lover Sabrina, who'll be getting married to her fiancé, Ryan.
They're going to be with me in the morning, my pets. They'll help Mummy get ready. For our wedding, we're planning to go to Leatherhead Registry Office. We're having 8 guests, and Ryan and I, and then we're going to have our reception in a pub. We didn't want a big fuss with the whole sort of dancing and the disco sort of thing. We do have a room that holds 50 people, and there is only going to be 10 guests, including Ryan and I, and then obviously the 3 brides.
Sabrina is keeping the amount of guests a secret from the other brides. Sneaky.
I think they'll either love it or they'll hate it.
Any pet hate, Sabrina?
At the other brides' weddings, I'd hate it if she was completely over the top, centred on herself, basically. That would just be a pet hate of mine.
I do love the idea of the bride being the centre of attention on the wedding day.
Like no other, flawless.
Our next bride-to-be is 23-year-old Amber, who's getting hitched to her knight in shining armour, James.
He's pretty close to Prince Charming. I always dreamed about my wedding as a little girl, but I never really thought about the little details. I just knew that I wanted an amazing princess dress. I think my wedding will be the best because it's the epiphany of what most girls dream about from when they're little girls. It's the country theme and vintage. It's just going to be a total fairy tale day.
She's a very selfless person, very caring.
I don't want children at our wedding because I think it will detract away from the tension on the bride and groom. One of my friends is bringing her newborn baby because she wouldn't leave the house without it, and I've got to have her there, but the baby won't be there on the day because I'm refusing to have it there.
I think children, for me, make a wedding.
Our final bride is 26-year-old fun-loving RE teacher Claire, who's planning a traditional wedding with her partner Julian.
I'm most looking forward to Claire becoming my wife.
Oh,
See, I said the right thing, you
really
didn't.
Pathetic.
Yeah, but it's true.
To me personally, the wedding isn't a focus on me and Julian. It's about 2 families coming together. So I've invited kids and nieces and nephews and babies. Over here. Okay. I wanted to get married in a church. I found a gorgeous church in my local area, which then afterwards we're going to the hotel and we're just having a meal and a disco. I would say that my wedding day is really chaotic, and that's exactly how I want it. To be honest, I never ever thought I'd get married. And the fact that Julian asked me, I'm like shocked by. I just think, what a freak. I'll quickly get him before he realises what he's doing.
So, Yana's having a traditional Russian wedding, and her budget is £20,000. Sabrina's invited just 13 guests to her wedding, including our brides, and her budget is £1,000. Amber's having a fairy tale wedding of her dreams, and her total budget is £25,000. And finally, Claire wants a traditional and fun wedding, and her total budget is £3,000. Our brides will be attending and judging each other's big day. At the weddings, they'll be scoring the venue, the food, the overall presentation, and last but not least, the dress. So it's time for all our brides to meet up and find out exactly what they've let themselves in for.
How are you, Sabrina?
Claire, nice to meet you.
At the meeting, we informed the girls that fourth bride Jana was unable to attend, as she has been in hospital with a serious eye injury.
Don't laugh.
Blimey, Amber, where'd you get your kicks? Casualty?
Because Amber laughed, then I started laughing, and then I kind of checked myself and thought, it's not so much to laugh at.
Maybe we could get us convinced her to wear a nice studded eye patch if it's really bad.
No. So, Jana, what happened?
By accident, I put very concentrated oil on my face, but unfortunately it's go wrong, and I think my vision will come back, but I don't think it will be 100%. The doctor told me it won't be 100%, but anyway, I hope for best. I think they will imagine a strange wedding, Russian wedding.
Oh, let's buy one of those big hats. Brilliant.
Earmuffs. You could wear your earmuffs. Excellent. Fluffy top boots. That would be really cool. Do you think she's got anybody famous at her wedding? If she's
How
a
many
model.
famous Russian people do you know? I don't have any famous friends, guys, do
We don't know what she modelled.
What colour's your dress?
Ivory.
Ivory. My first impression of Sabrina was that she seemed a little bit quieter than Claire.
To keep my small wedding a secret wasn't that hard because they didn't probe me on how many guests were going to be there. I'm not having any children at my wedding.
Me neither.
Hey. I've got 8 nieces and nephews and they're not coming.
I don't quite understand the whole not having kids there thing. I still haven't got that concept in my head yet. But at the same time, I think, no, I have to have loads of kids. I have to have chaos. I have to have the noise and the distractions and things like that. First of all, we're meeting in the pub. And then we're going to the church, which is about 200 yards from the pub. And then we're going, like, it's about 2 villages over to the reception place.
I'm least looking forward to Claire's because I think it will be, I don't know, it sounds a tiny little bit tacky and that sounds awful, but it does a little bit.
Coming up, our brides experience the fun and games of a Russian wedding. And the gloves are off as tension rises between 2 of our brides.
And she said, oh, I hate chicken, and I felt like punching her.
Our 4 brides-to-be have signed up to attend and score each other's big days. The bride whose wedding is judged the best will win a luxury 5-star honeymoon. It's the morning of Jana's wedding, and she's invited our judges to her London apartment to meet her for the first time.
It feels very strange going to Jana's wedding and when I've never met her, a bit kind of like I'm intruding on a special day.
Really excited about today. I can't wait to see what it's like because I've got no idea what Jana's like or what the wedding's going to be like. So quite excited.
I don't have too many expectations about a Russian wedding, but I do hope there's lots of fluff and, you know, big furry hats and things like that. I know it sounds really sort of stereotype, but that'd be quite pretty, really.
Hello.
Hello, Amber.
Hello.
Sabrina, hello. Sorry, my hands are cold. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling quite okay and I want to relax. I don't want anyone phone me anymore, ask me, oh, do you want to this, do you want to... I just have enough. I just want a glass of champagne and just relax.
The girls then get to meet the lucky groom.
Hi, girls.
Hello.
All right? Good.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm not. Do I have to be?
So, what are our judges' first impressions of Jana's dress?
It's very Barbie-ish.
See, that bit doesn't bother me, the bottom bit.
You like the bottom
I
bit?
quite like the bottom bit. I think it's quite nice and layered.
The dress is quite hideous, and the fact that you can see her flesh in her stomach.
I said Jodie Marsh. I
At
don't
least
want to
it's
come
not
across as really bitchy and horrible because it's a wedding day and she thinks she looks beautiful.
It's a bit late for that now, Claire. The brides, along with a few guests, are invited to jump into the limousine to have wedding photos taken around London. Surely such a special invitation must impress the girls.
I absolutely detested the Hummer because we're literally stuck in rush hour traffic in central London, champagne on an empty stomach, squashed. I had some guy next to me whose breath absolutely stunk. It was torturous.
Sounds like Jana could be in for a rough ride with this one. And even as the happy couple try and capture those picture-perfect moments, the moaning continues.
Because I don't really want to be dragged around the entire city.
Uh-oh, someone get them to the service and make it quick.
Ευλογητός ο Θεός ημών πάντοτε, νικαία ή και εις
bit bizarre.
I didn't get what was going on with the service at
Nor
all.
did I.
I didn't even know it had started.
From Russia with love,
Okay, ready? Go.
I fly to you. Ah, what a lovely moment for our newlyweds, but not, it seems, for our animal activists.
Jana and Yuri threw some doves, released some doves, but I find it a bit cruel, actually.
It's not something
I had to stay inside. I couldn't stand there. I can't watch it. I couldn't watch it.
Get a grip, girls. To Amber's delight, it's back into the limo and off to the reception. The girls have hardly enjoyed their day so far, so good luck to you, Jana. You're going to need it with this tough bunch.
I find it's been really disorganised and I've just not known where I am. I've been cold and hungry most of the day.
Don't worry, Amber. The food is on its way.
At the moment, they're handing out these little mashed potato, herby type cakes.
Yeah, I believe they're called bellinis.
Orange caviar. I thought caviar was black, and sour cream. All right, I suppose.
Really, really fishy.
Yeah,
Disgusting. Because I don't like the taste of it, but it's like jellyfish.
Careful, girls. You don't want the bride to hear.
Everything is good. Yeah, everything is perfect, like I just want to be.
As the guests mill around, our judges partake in a spot of people watching.
Have you seen her dress? Seriously, what is she, a stripper? That is actually really hideous. If someone turned into my wedding like that, I'd be like, get the fuck out.
Oh dear, dinner has yet to be served and the gloves are already off.
Проходите, пожалуйста, в зал. Не становитесь, не стойте, стойте.
As the happy couple enter the reception, it looks like our brides are finally enjoying themselves.
I've been drinking the vodka and quite enjoying it, actually. It goes down quite easily. I've discovered that they're serving boar, pork and beef, and they've got no vegetarian options, so I'm stuck with salad.
To be honest with you, the food wasn't really to my taste. It was very fishy, and I'm not keen on fish at the best of times. I think the thing that disgusted all the snogging, like during food. I'm not a prude in any way, shape or form. I don't mind kissing in public, but full-on tongues and snogging, like I don't care if it's your wedding day. I'm trying to eat my dinner. We asked what was for dessert, and then they said there's a choice of fruit. So I just grabbed a bunch of bananas and put them on Amber's plate.
Jana may have slipped up with the dessert, but it's time to cut the cake.
Jana and her husband cut the cake with a massive sword, and it was just really weird. I don't know, is he in the Navy or something? Because, like, that was just a really odd thing to do.
Time now for our newlyweds to have their traditional Russian first dance. To Bryan Adams? With the first dance over, it's now time for some traditional Russian fun and games.
The entertainment is different.
The next game sees a blindfolded Jana have to pick her husband's nose. But it's not as sneezy as it looks. That's right, I said sneezy.
I enjoyed the games to start off with. After a while, I was a little bit tired of them.
It's musical chairs, like I'm not 5. They kept saying, it's a Russian game, it's a Russian game. And I was like, no, it's musical chairs. At one point, which was hilarious, the best man started stripping. Now, I don't know if this is going to happen at my wedding reception, but I reckon the best man would do it if he earned as much as that guy did.
I only put the money down the guy's trousers because it wasn't my money.
With the games over, it's time to sit back and enjoy some traditional Russian dancing. And a bit of Russian freestyling. As the groovy couple carry on passing into the night, it's time for our judges to give their final verdicts. They'll be scoring the venue, the food, the dress, and everything else in the overall presentation.
Jana's wedding's definitely been an eye-opener. It's been a different experience. I've not met Russians before. I've met lots of Polish, but not Russian, so...
My impressions of a Russian wedding didn't really come true. It wasn't what I expected. There were no big fur hats anywhere I was quite disgusted with. I wanted a big fur hat. No wolves, no bears. I'm going to have to give the dress 2 out of 10.
I don't mean to be mean, but there's nothing really about today that, for me, has really done anything other than the venue I thought was beautiful. I gave that 7 out of 10. I haven't really had the best day, to be honest. I just felt like it's been one awful nightmare after the other.
On to wedding number 2, and what will our judges make of Claire's fun family wedding?
Claire and Julian wedding today. So, and I expected have very nice, funny wedding. I'm looking forward today.
I think Claire's wedding is going to be quite relaxed and good fun.
I'd imagine it's going to be something completely unusual in a sort of Claire fashion.
The scene is set as the guests begin to arrive for Claire's big day. And with the church full, our blushing bride makes her way down the aisle.
I think it's a nice dress, but I don't like the ivory. It's no kind of my style.
The dress wasn't as I expected. Meringue to me means big bouffant.
The gift of marriage brings husband and wife.
I hope those are tears of joy, Julian.
And tenderness of sexual union.
I really loved the ceremony at Claire's wedding. All the family were there and the hymns, and I haven't been to a church wedding since I was little, so that was really beautiful.
I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife.
Love is all around, and so the feeling grows.
The ceremony was just really beautiful. Seeing Claire in her dress, lovely feathered bouquet, it was just perfect.
It's everywhere I go.
With our newlyweds floating on air, one of our brides has gone and put her foot right in it.
Amber was not happy, because 1, she had to walk, and 2, she tried to dog poo. We tried to assist while she just decided to rub her foot on the ground.
The girls show a clean pair of heels and make their way to the reception.
That's not a meringue.
You said meringue.
It isn't it? Look at it.
It's beautiful.
That's not what you said earlier, Sabrina.
Sandwiches, in case anyone's hungry.
I don't eat red meat.
We like to keep our guests fed.
Oh, and then I'll have the first sandwich then.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you so much.
I don't eat red meat. Thank you, though.
Oh, my gosh. I'll sort you out a sandwich.
Don't go out your way, please. Well, I just feel terrible. It's his wedding day. He shouldn't be doing anything like that.
So you're a veggie then, Amber?
I'm pretty much vegan and vegetarian, so I don't eat eggs. It's like, it's for health reasons, not because of, like, poor animals.
There you go, Amber. Julian has rustled up some cheese sandwiches.
These are all for me, I'm afraid.
Happy now, Amber?
Some sauce wouldn't go amiss.
There's just no pleasing some people.
She doesn't eat beef.
I love meat. I couldn't live without meat.
My kind of girl.
Amber's just come back in, and bless him, Julian's gone and got her some cheese rolls because she's absolutely starving, and she doesn't eat beef for health reasons, not because she's a vegetarian, as she keeps telling everybody. So.
Back inside, Jana and Amber are still having a meaty discussion.
Is it only chicken meat on your wedding, or you can choose the beef or
No,
duck
just chicken for the main meal. And then you can either have that or you can choose your own vegetarian option, like risotto, lasagna.
So everyone have same meat, chicken?
Yes.
And the award for most uncomfortable silence goes to Jana and Amber.
She asked me what I was having as my main meal, and I told her it was, chicken. And she said, oh, I hate chicken. And I felt like punching her.
I think I'm getting on very well with Amber.
I don't.
Because she's quite nice and she likes to listen.
Ah, ignorance is bliss. Let's move on to the reception.
It's very friendly environment.
I'm having a lovely day. I think it's one of the best days I've ever had. And Claire's organisational skills are just wonderful.
With dinner now served, let's find out what our judges think of the hot buffet.
Dinner was lovely. I had beef
think it's called beef burgundy. Had a bit of lasagna, that was really nice as well. So the food generally all round, lovely.
I don't like the food. No, it's everyday food, I think. It's no wedding food, no. Because I'm hungry, I have to eat something, so I eat potato and meat.
At least it wasn't chicken, Jana.
Yes, I'll marry you, my dear, and here's the reason why. So I can push you out of bed when the baby starts to cry. So quick before you see the light. I do.
Claire's speech seemed to go down well, but then so did the electrics. Anyone got 10p for the meter?
Halfway through the speeches, the power went out, and then we thought it was just part of the next act. But then when Julian came up to the bar and went, "What's happening, mate?" It was like, oh, maybe this isn't meant to happen.
As the power's restored, it's time to cut the cake before moving on to the first dance.
Shocked by the first dance. I probably actually expected it because she's a complete nutter from the last 3 weeks I've known her.
I thought the first dance and Smack My Bitch Up was really good fun and totally Claire and Julian, so whatever makes them happy.
Was that a compliment, Amber? Anyway, it's disco time. As the partying continues, the groom has some choice words for us.
I've had a brilliant day. I've got a brilliant wife, and we've got brilliant friends and family. What more can you want? And I'm absolutely shit-faced.
Ah, how eloquent, Julian. And with that, it's now time for our judges to score Claire's wedding. They'll be scoring the venue, the food, the dress, and the overall presentation.
I give 2 from 10. Because of food, I don't like the food. It's not wedding food.
I'd give the venue 6 out of 10, and the only reason I'm just going to slightly downgrade it is because the lights kept going out.
I had a really brilliant day. Loads has been going on. Definitely an improvement from Jana's wedding.
Coming up, Jana upsets Amber on her wedding day.
I don't think it's like thing to do on the wedding.
It's a bit disappointing in her, really, as a person, as a human being.
And as the feud continues, the 2 brides have to be separated.
She thinks she's classy little Russian princess, when in fact I perceive her to be some tacky, new money Russian slag.
So now that 2 of our brides have walked down the aisle, it's time for Amber's fairy tale child-free wedding. And with rivalries growing strong, our brides contemplate the day ahead.
Amber and Jana, obviously, their personalities clash, so that was a little bit of a chore last time. But this time, obviously, because it's Amber's big day, hopefully it'll be a bit more relaxed. It's not anything bad, it's just everybody can't get on with everybody all the time.
I don't think it's Amber won't be competition for me because my venue is in London, first of all. I don't think we have similar weddings. It's different. But we will see.
Kind of a little bit excited, but at the same time a little bit anxious. I don't know whether I'd come across as common as muck, but yeah, I am a little bit worried.
I think it's beautiful.
It's very nice, very pretty.
It's a very grand building. It's very pretty, very grand.
It's a Roman style. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Will you all please stand?
Her dress is lovely. It was beautiful. I love it.
I don't know what to think of it because I saw the top half, but I couldn't see the bottom half. And I would have thought it would be quite straight and kind of matching. It doesn't. I don't know whether it matches or not. I'm not sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, it now gives me great pleasure to declare that you are joined together as husband and wife. You would like to kiss your bride.
Today this could be the greatest day of our lives.
Ah, a lovely moment for the couple. But one of our brides has echoing concerns.
I mean, it was a nice enough service. It was straightforward and simple. I just couldn't hear it. But we were sat at the back.
Never mind, Claire. Hopefully you'll find the reception more to your liking. But it doesn't take long for one of our judging brides to start nitpicking.
I expect more flowers because they have only 2 or 3 flowers in the whole room.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding to welcome your bride and groom.
After the arrival of the bride and groom, it's time for the wedding breakfast.
I'm not a big fan of Stilton, so I saw broccoli and Stilton on there, and I thought, oh, I don't know. But it was nice because I couldn't smell the Stilton. And I didn't eat a lot of it because it's quite a thick soup.
I thought it was nice food, but she played it safe. And it would have been a good pub meal.
I have disappointment with food. I expect a little bit more. We're in a 4-star hotel, but food is less than 4-star. If you notice, no one even finished the chicken because it's kind of dry.
Well, the chicken hasn't gone down too well. Let's see how the pudding does.
This is creme brulee. This is coffee.
No, it's a creme brulee.
Oh, it's in the cup.
Artistic. What do you think?
It's like cold custard, yeah.
They put in their own cup. They should put in a thinner plate, which is proper creme brulee, you know, but it's kind of thick and its sugar is kind of thicker as well.
Sorry guys, it seems it's a thumbs down from Jana. On to the speeches.
The speeches were quite nice. I don't think they were meant to be like hilarious. It wasn't that kind of atmosphere.
So my first thank you goes to my husband. You have made me happier than I ever thought I could be. Please join me in a toast. What today is really about. Love, laughter and friendship.
Love, laughter and friendship.
Did you get that, Jana? Love, laughter and friendship.
Ladies and gentlemen, please have your cameras ready as the bride and groom are going to cut the wedding cake.
I think the cupcake idea is quite nice, but I think that they needed to say that they were going to share the cake. They said cutting the cake, so I thought they would have maybe even just a little cake to cut. They're feeding each other still. I still can't deal with it.
Outside, the girls wonder what surprise entertainment Amber has lined up for the evening.
We were debating whether the surprise entertainment was a hypnotist or a magician or a balloon artist, which we're really hoping it was. Face painting, that was in a fun.
A Russian singer.
Belly dance.
A Russian singer.
Sorry ladies, you're all wrong. It's a salsa class for everyone.
Need someone to dance with. You dance with me?
It's painless.
No.
Everyone, that is, except for Jana.
There you go, Emma. I'm going to have to because I can't leave you up there on your own. Go on, off you go.
I don't think it's like thing to do on a wedding. You can study how to dance just before wedding, but not on the wedding.
I was just a bit disappointed with Jana because she's been sat there all sour-faced. And Sabrina and Claire are always so respectful and happy, and even if they don't like the wedding, you pretend you do. But she just seems a bit miserable, and it's a bit disappointing in her, really, as a person, as a human being.
There's still no love lost between these two. So Jana, why don't you want to join in the salsa class?
Because they know how to do this. Why should they stood there and learn? Because they know how to do dance.
Can you show us some moves then, Jana?
Should I dance? Salsa?
Clearly a natural. Time for Amber and James to show us how to really salsa. And our competitive brides show us they know how to get down too. That's it, Jana. Let's go crazy. So as our bride is left throwing shapes on the dance floor, how will the judges score Amber's venue, food, dress and overall presentation?
There was nothing that made it really unique or really special. There's nothing that I went, oh wow, I would do that at my wedding. I would say that most of it's been done before. For overall presentation, I'm going to give 12 out of 20.
Enjoyed the day very much today. Amber's dress out of 10, I'm going to give her an 8 out of 10 for her dress because I like the detail on it.
I have nice day, yes, but I expect better. I have disappointment with food. I expect a little bit more. And obviously with creme brulee, I give 4 out of 10 for the food. Because I think it's your wedding day and you have to have a little bit more choice.
It's the day of our 4th and final wedding. Sabrina and Ryan are to be married in a local registry office and have so far managed to keep this small wedding a secret from our judging brides.
I think today's wedding will be quite kind of down to earth.
Very excited about Sabrina's wedding. I'm not really sure what the day will have in store for us, but I reckon it will be a lot of fun.
I think it will be all right. It will be boring as well. I'm not looking forward.
On arrival, our brides meet the groom.
I'm Amber.
Claire.
Hello.
Hi. Yana.
OK, that was nice and awkward.
Hello.
After the bride struggled to find a seat, our judges are silently shocked, but sadly not amazed.
I think it's quiet, but I expect more busier than this. It's like 15 people.
Do you go through your shirt first?
Ladies and gentlemen, will you all please stand for the entrance of the bride and her father?
I thought Sabrina's dress was really pretty. Really lovely, girly, and I think anything too big or too bridal would have swamped her, and it would have just, it's very her.
And you are all here today to witness the joining matrimony of Ryan and Sabrina.
You could at least try and hide your boredom, Yana.
I thought that there would be a few more guests. I know she said that it was a small wedding, but I thought there'd be, you know, at least 10, and there was about 8 people.
I'm very happy to tell you that you are now husband and wife together. And you can now kiss your bride.
It must be love, love, love.
Easy, Tiger.
It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best.
Ceremony was lovely, really intimate.
Very short and sweet.
Yeah, intimate as well, which was nice.
So I thought it was very classy when she said, like, registry office, but I thought that was lovely.
Keeping up with the low-key affair, Sabrina and Ryan's reception venue is their local pub. And they also have a mini car to go with their mini wedding.
Hello.
Oh,
yay.
Liking that.
Mojito.
As the girls arrive, it's time to enjoy cocktails. But 2 of our brides seem increasingly distant from one another.
I don't know whether it's a clash of personalities, but they don't know how to take each other. They're both quite blunt. They both just come out with things. Not necessarily meaning to be offensive, but at the same time, they're both quite sensitive as well, and they do take things quite personally.
It's time for our brides to be seated in the dining room. And as luck would have it, guess who's sat next to one another?
Here, Yana, do you want me to sit in the middle? Larry, am I right there? Yeah, I'll sit in the middle for you.
Oh, this is getting uncomfortable.
Claire asked me, Yana, would you like to sit on my chair? I say, okay, I will sit on your chair because it's more comfortable for me. No, with Amber, obviously.
I just had enough of her. She thinks she's classy little Russian princess, when in fact I perceive her to be some tacky, new money Russian slag.
So, looks like Yana's off the Christmas card list then.
You all right, love?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be outstanding for the bride and the groom.
We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. 'Cause we're ordinary people.
First up, it's the speeches.
I'm going to make the rest of this speech like my wife here, short and sweet. People kept asking me if I was nervous, and I was, until I turned around and saw you walking down towards me. And that's it then. Well, I think it was us together. I think that's it really, so just, well, to toast my wife.
Your wife, Sabrina.
With only 15 guests seated at the table, our brides start to wonder if they're actually at a wedding.
It wasn't how I expected it to be. Basically, it was just like a very nice dinner party.
I expected it to be more like, oh, Sabrina's wedding, but nothing. It was kind of like going out for a meal with some friends.
Well, then let's hope the food impresses them.
For the starter, we had sweet potato and leek soup, which was pretty good. The champagne sorbet was amazing. Your spoon wouldn't fit in the bottom of your shot glass, so you had to tip the rest in, and it was just, I've never had champagne sorbet before, and it didn't taste like champagne, but it was really lovely.
Pork is not very good because there's so much fat in there, but it's nice sauce for the lamb, I think.
I'm a little bit stuck for food because the menu was better than, say, Amber's wedding or Jana's wedding, but I don't know whether it was just my dish that was burnt, so I couldn't eat half of it. And I really love chorizo and I really wanted to eat it.
That is chicken and a half. For the main course, I had chicken with chorizo, but obviously I don't eat red meat, so I had to pick the chorizo out.
Yes, Amber, I think by now we know you don't eat red meat.
For pudding, we had a cheesecake with, it was chocolate, lime and banana.
So with the meal over and no first dance or disco planned, the mood is a slightly sombre one. If you wanted to pop out and make a cup of tea, now's the time.
Where did you do that? He does, yeah, because you're trying to chop for a...
That's better. Let's catch up with the bride and groom to find out how their day's gone.
I think us saying our vows is possibly the highlight for today. Yes. It's been fantastic. We've had such a lovely day, haven't we?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
As the bride and groom make their mini exit, it's time to find out what our judges thought of Sabrina's wedding. They'll be scoring the venue, the food, the dress and the overall presentation.
There was no wedding cake, no disco, kind of the things that you'd associate with a wedding. There wasn't there. The overall mark for kind of presentation and details is 10 out of 20. The other weddings, there was more to do, there was more details and more interesting features.
I would give Sabrina's dress a 6 out of 10. I thought it was really pretty. I think it's something that you can wear for an evening dress for a wedding, but I think it still lacked that, wedding-y feel to it.
I give 4 out of 10 for the venue. From my perspective, it's not very special. It's nice, it's good enough, but it's just bad.
Coming up, find out which one of our brides has clinched the luxury 5-star honeymoon. Six weeks ago, 4 brides entered a competition claiming their wedding was unbeatable in an attempt to win a 5-star dream honeymoon supplied by luxuryhollidaysdirect.com. They attended each other's weddings and had to score the days judging the venue, the food, the dress and the overall presentation.
I don't mean to be mean, but there's nothing really about today that, for me, has really done anything other than the venue I thought was beautiful. I've just felt like it's been one awful nightmare after the other.
The overall mark for kind of presentation and details is 10 out of 20. The other weddings, there was more to do, there was more details and more interesting features.
I'd give the venue a 6 out of 10, and the only reason I'm just going to slightly downgrade it is because the lights kept going out.
I give 2 from 10 because of food. I don't like the food. It's not wedding food.
Now the judging is complete and all the scores have been added up, the brides have gathered to find out the results.
I wouldn't change a thing about my wedding. It was perfect. I think maybe I'd try not to look so emotionally traumatised when I first walked down the aisle.
I think my day was the best, but that's because it's everything I wanted it to be and more, and it was my dream day, so I can't ask for anything else.
My day was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. For me, it wasn't just the fact that it was my wedding, but it was the fact that all my family were there together.
I enjoy my wedding and I think it's a perfect day for me. We have more action and things in our wedding, so people not like, oh, it's so boring. I don't think so. Everyone have fun.
All that the brides know is that a groom is on his way to pick up the winning bride.
Email me when I'm done.
Come in.
Squint really badly.
Whoever's in it, right, is full on waving a little heart.
Yeah. See anyone?
So, which bride's wedding was judged the best? Who will be walking away with the 5-star honeymoon? It's time to find out.
Congratulations to whoever wins.
Me too, same to you guys.
Oh my god. I can't actually believe it.
Thank you.
Calm down, mate.
Okay.
Whoa.
Good for you.
Want some more?
I'm not having any more.
Woo!
So, Jana's wedding was judged the worst. She received 18 out of 30 for her venue, 8 out of 30 for her dress, and 14 out of 30 for her food. The overall presentation of her day scored 27 out of 60, giving her a total score of 67 out of 150. In third place was Sabrina's wedding. She scored 16 out of 30 for her venue, 19 out of 30 for her dress, and 17 out of 30 for her food. Her overall presentation scored 31 out of 60, giving her a total of 83 out of 150. Claire came in second place. She scored 15 out of 30 for her venue, 21 out of 30 for her dress, and 14 out of 30 for her food. Her overall presentation got her 40 out of 60, giving her a total of 90 out of 150. So Amber came in first, scoring 21 out of 30 for her venue, 18 out of 30 for her dress, 17 out of 30 for her food, and 38 out of 60 for her overall presentation, giving her an impressive 94 out of 150.
Close your eyes. Wow, wow, wow.
Amber and James are off to the Seychelles and will be staying at the luxury resort of Le Brits.
God!
Flying with Air Seychelles.
Thanks, guys. It's down to the brides.
It is. Thanks, girls.
Cheers to the brides. Thank you, guys.
I'm obviously feeling kind of upset and disappointed, but Amber obviously played the game well. I still think my wedding was the best.
My wedding was the perfect day for Ryan and I, and we wouldn't change it for the world.
Honest, it's just not fair because my food is much better and my venue is much better. I just surprised after this dry chicken she won. She's probably give very low scores to us and that's why she's win. I know for me, I'm a real winner. I think so, but I didn't get the holiday.
I think we're both shocked is the word.
I'm in shock, seriously.
It's not sunk in.
No.
Because we weren't expecting it. It took us by complete surprise.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just like a dream come true.